The estate that I grew up on, there's a woman there.
Yeah.
Scruffy Sandra.
I like her already.
He had a chimp. Had to thump it in the head.
This cat's cross-eyed. I've never seen that before.
Karl's first proper acting part came in the comedy drama Derek.
Hello, what's that crack? What's that story with ya? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different, not too different. We're checking out the life story of Karl Pilkington. This came up on my own page. I think YouTube knows what I like. This is the life story of Karl Pilkington. I'm gonna put the link of this guy's page below. Hopefully it's a nice video. If you wanna go check it out, go check it out as well. Let's go.
Karl Pilkington is an idiot, a fool, an imbecile, a twit, a dope, a twat, a dumb.
How dare you? How dare you? Karl Pilkington is a legend, a philanthropist, a lawyer, a scientist, a dentist. How dare? He's a legend. Take that back.
A goon, a dunce, a twonk. He's also a successful actor, presenter, writer, author, producer and voice artist who is living amongst the elite. Which begs the question, who's the real idiot?
Karl Pilkington. Alright.
Karl Pilkington was born on the 23rd of September 19...
I thought that was Karl playing football. Like, no, what? Oh, this is gonna be good.
Alright.
Karl Pilkington was born on the 23rd of September 1972 in Manchester. During this time, the city was struggling to come to terms with economic hardship and decline, with regeneration
57.
efforts failing. Namely, the racecourse housing estate which Karl grew up on, which had been described as an island of deprivation in a sea of affluence. In the 1960s, when it was built, it was supposed to be the jewel in the crown of Manchester's council estate programme, but by the 1970s it was neglected, run down and rife with crime. Despite this bleak backdrop, Karl would humorously recall the eccentric characters whom lived on this estate whilst he was growing up.
Actually, now you brought up weird people. There was a fella called Shorts Man. Right?
It's so pedestrian. I love that. Shortest man wore some shorts.
Now, what I like, yeah, he did, but they were really short. They were that sort where, you know, it's almost pointless having them on.
What do you mean?
Speedos.
Just, you know, like shorts now for blokes, they go up to your knees, don't they? There's no chance, there's no accident happening there. There's nothing going to pop out.
Yeah. No.
But Shorts Man, he liked it. He liked the fact that happened. And he used to walk with big strides to sort of help the chance along.
What the?
So that he knew with the big.
Again, like, how come I haven't seen that? That must be from the XFM recordings, I'm guessing. Because I do the Ricky Gervais show. That's not from Ricky Gervais show. That's from the XFM stuff, the older stuff, I think. Juicy stuff though, juicy.
Strides and the short shorts.
Yeah.
They were going to pop out.
Did you ever see it pop out?
Yeah.
Why did you look at the shorts?
Just because it was like playing Buckaroo. It was like when are they going to pop out?
But what?
It's just what happened.
So right, but Shorts Man. So he was an exhibitionist. He basically wanted people to see his veg.
Yeah, and they were out more than they were in. I mean, they had a tan, right? Now the thing is, you see, there was a woman on.
They had a tan. It's the fact that he's calling the geezer's thingy a tan. What do you call it again? It goes day out. What do you mean? Oh God. Ooh, sorry about that. I'm getting a new chair tonight. Actually, I'm getting a new office chair tonight. It's weird. I'm getting it at 11 p.m. The geezer I'm buying off Gumtree is only free at 11 o'clock at night after work. Let's fingers crossed nothing happens. Let's hope nothing happens. I'll tell you guys by tomorrow. By what's today? Thursday. So by Friday, you guys should know if anything happened to me. Yeah, let's go.
On the estate, who did use. Have I told you about Miss Peggy before?
No. It rings a bell. Go on.
I think I told you ages ago. It's this fat woman who used to be on the estate. She had a 3-wheeler bike.
And a push bike, pedal bike.
Yeah.
Wait, how come I haven't heard all this? This ones are good. Like every Ricky Gervais show is good, but I think I might have to check out the XFM. But it's just the fact that there's no visuals; it's just audio. That's the only reason why I haven't checked them out. I think we might have to do like a session on our own, like literally a live session just for Ricky Gervais XFM stuff. Let me know if you guys would like that. Yeah, I don't want to do it without people want to do it. My plan was to listen to them by myself, but I love doing it with you guys. So I don't mind actually having a separate live session. Let me know down below. You guys will be up for that. Let's go.
Tricycle thing, but a big one.
Right.
She used to sit her husband in the basket in the back, cycled out.
Yeah.
She was known as Miss Piggy. The way she used to communicate, she used to always go in quick save and nick biscuits. And if anyone went up to her to say, stop nicking the biscuits,
Stop nicking
she'd pull out like a little mirror out of a bag and she'd look in it, but talk to you via the mirror.
What the fuck?
Here's something, right? The estate that I grew up on, there's a woman there,
Yeah.
Scruffy Sandra.
I like her already.
Sandra.
It's great. It's so descriptive.
Now-
She had no chance, even if she cleaned up.
If you watch a lot of Idiot Abroad, remember in Brazil when they was sharing a room with some tourists and you call them scruffy bastards. He goes, this is how scruffy bastards lived. So that just, when it says scruffy Sandra, it just took me back to scruffy bastards. You know what I mean? That was good. I love Karl. Like, I should be learning about Karl's life. To be fair play to this geezer. I'm not sure, what's the guy's name that did this. I'm going to put the link down below. This is a good channel. Because this is tough, getting all this information together. This is good. So far, so good. Thank you.
Her act.
Yeah.
She'd come in looking like Pretty Woman. You go, all right, Scruffy.
No,
What's
so,
the
Scruffy
point?
Sandra.
What is the point?
so the thing is, she used to always get on these buses called dialer rides that were sort of like posh taxis. You could call
it?
for one, it'd come round to your house,
Yeah.
and it would pick you up and you'd pay like 50p.
But it
you
would
were
pick up a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah, on the way. So it would take ages to
what
get
a
to where you're
nightmare
going.
that is.
Oh, it's good though. It's kind of a bit of a day out. Old people used to love it because you'd get to see things.
Right.
And you'd hear a call coming in
idea.
on the radio that, Scruffy Sandra's been picked up, and you go, oh, God. And she'd always have loads of bin bags with her
Scruffy
for some reason.
Sandra.
Now, the thing is,
Well, she sounds clean.
she stunk.
Well, she's taken out the
Was
bin
she
bag
homeless? No, she wasn't homeless. No, she used to just, she just didn't bath and that. She just stunk. But the weird thing is,
Scruffy
What do
Sandra.
they call her, Stinky Sandra?
she never was ill.
Right.
People didn't sit next to her
Yeah.
because she stunk.
Yeah.
Now, because of that, anyone who might have had a bit of flu or a cold never sat next to Scruffy Sandra
Right.
because she stunk.
Seriously, she was never sick.
But that was good. That was like a protection thing for her because she knew that because she stunk, no one wants to sit next to her. She wouldn't pick up the germ.
Right.
What?
I can't remember being a baby, and I put that down to it being boring.
You're a bit of...
Karl was the youngest.
Sorry. Karl said, I can't remember being a baby. It must have been boring. That's all I have to say. Let's go back. Let's continue.
And I put that down to it being boring.
Karl was the youngest born of Dorothy and Alan. Having two siblings 10 years his senior, his upbringing was more that of an only child, with a large age gap meaning he was never very close to his brother and sister. Despite the family's lack of money, his parents always did their best to provide a comfortable standard of living for the family, with his dad working various odd jobs to make ends meet. Karl's childhood was both humdrum and unusual. His countless stories of his childhood demonstrated that he was able to turn life's misfortunes into caricatures that provided a brief respite from his bleak surroundings.
A kid used to take a horse into the house.
Sorry. Whoa, Neddy. What do you mean a kid used to take a horse into the house? Where did he get a horse?
Must have nicked it from somewhere.
Nick the horse.
But there was a magpie that used to fly about on the estate, and I managed to sort of tame it. And in the end,
With a chair and a whip? What do you mean you tamed it?
Well, just used to sort of hang around it and talk.
But how'd you
to
get
it.
hold of it? Did you catch it?
Well, eventually, yeah, it used to just come to me, and the annoying thing was, it got to a point when I wish I hadn't bothered, because it used to pop me bike tyres. It used to sit on like, if I was talking to my mates and I was on my grifter,
He just throws things in.
it landed on my tyre, and it used to peck at the tyre and pop it.
In the late 70s, the UK was in the grips of the winter of discontent. Heavy snowfall coupled with widespread strikes by public and private sectors demanding a pay rise. But it was also during this time which marked the start of a more personal period of discontent for Karl.
Mrs. Matthews said I'd never be a high flyer.
For Karl, his time at school was something of an endurance test. Despite an earnest attempt to pay attention and learn, the tedium of it all proved too much. With little interest in the taught curriculum, Karl was often absent, going off on holiday to Wales with his mum during the school term.
I didn't go to school much because my mum and dad had a caravan.
Right.
And
No need, is there? No need when you've got that sort of fun at home.
I used to just go away for weeks.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, honestly.
Where'd you used to go?
Port Maddock.
But
And
Like, you can't try that today. I feel like parents could get in big trouble if they try that today. Let me know, what do you guys think? Should parents be allowed to do that? Obviously not weeks, but could you say, okay, now you know what? This week we need to go somewhere. Obviously, not just holiday. It could be, let's say, you have to go see some family members that maybe dying or some urgency. I feel like today it'd be so tough for you to get your kids out of school like that. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know what. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
so you didn't go to school much?
No, I did, but not as much as everyone else.
In 1988, Karl opted to leave school early in search of employment. He was eager to get on with earning a living, and despite
Fair
being
enough.
young, Karl had an old head on his shoulders and a clear idea of what he needed to make it in life. He started work as a cassette and disc printer for a youth training scheme. In 1989, it was Karl's father who inadvertently provided an opportunity for Karl to get a start in radio. After his dad was ill and had to go through a procedure in hospital, Karl was inspired to pursue a job in broadcasting on the hospital's radio station.
When my mum was seeing my dad in the hospital, I got a bit bored.
got a
Went
bit
for a wander, found the hospital radio station,
Yeah.
and got a gig.
It was a move that
Got a
he had not
gig.
previously contemplated,
A
and yet
gig.
it seemed strangely appropriate. A fortuitous moment that would spark the beginning of a successful career. Afterwards, Karl managed to get a job at Manchester's Piccadilly radio station, hosting a 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. show.
I worked somewhere once, right, Justin?
Go on, mate.
That was sort of run by gay people.
Go on.
I've got nothing against them, they're nice fellas and stuff.
Yeah.
But my mate worked there for a little bit longer than I did.
What happened? What happened to you?
Turned gay.
Oh my god.
Honestly.
What do you mean? You can't just turn gay. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh, the way it's describing it is like the geezer has been straight all his life, and then you start walking with gay people, and you're just like, yeah, you know what? I'm gay now. What the what goes on in Karl's head? What goes? Oh god, nah.
So, seriously, Justin, I'm not winding you up.
Seriously.
He was straight when I knew him.
Carl, I've told you before, it didn't turn me gay.
He's still.
I think you're going to say like a day.
No. He sort of got into their lifestyle and was
Really?
like, I'm into this.
So it can't happen.
Their
I'm into
lifestyle.
this. Oh, it's outrageous. This is outrageous. You can't. Can you say where you worked? It wasn't XFM, was it? It's not XFM.
It's another radio station.
Right. Okay. So you worked at another radio station. You had a mate there who was straight as they come.
Tell you what, right?
Go on, mate.
This is how bad it got there.
Right, go on.
It's called, I hope this doesn't get
Just say it, mate. Just don't worry about it.
The
Say it.
station's called Piccadilly.
Right.
Right? Listen, it got nicknamed Pick-a-Willy.
It was also here where Karl met his life partner, Suzanne Whiston.
How did you meet Suzanne?
Ooh, Suzanne.
That was when I was working with her, and she
Poor
gave me
Suzanne.
20p for the hot chocolate machine. She never asked for it back. Thought she's all right.
In the mid-1990s, Karl was presented with an offer to take up a position as producer on the up-and-coming radio station XFM in London. Manchester had given Karl so much, yet so little, and he knew he had to leave his beloved hometown to further his career. Little did he know this move would shape his future and open so many fascinating doors. Karl's time at XFM began with mundane tasks of monitoring sound levels and editing adverts. Then in August 2001, his life would begin to change as he was given the job of producer to newly returning presenters Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
Wow, look how young they look.
Ricky and Steve had presented a regular show together for XFM from 1998 before their collaboration on the television sitcom The Office had started. Following the completion of the first series, they returned to work at XFM.
XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
Dandy.
For me, The Office probably. Actually, nah, I don't want to say the best UK sitcom. For me, the best UK comedy show ever has to be Only Fools and Horses. Again, I just like the way I found out about that show was so weird. Cause obviously, I was living in Ireland then. And I used to go visit my uncle, here and there, every summer, here and there. And my uncle is someone that never watched TV. He's not really into TV like that. But then I saw him watching this TV show and it was just so old. I'm like, why are you watching this stuff? And he goes to me, look, this show is so funny. I watched it for like 6 hours that day. and I fell in love with All in Fools and Horses. Probably the best show. I don't want to say the best show ever, but in the UK, in my opinion, yeah, after that, probably The Office. Yeah. But then The Office US is very good as well. I was a bit skeptical at first, but it's very good as well. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think.
Warhol's Bohemian-like. It was the Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, exactly. And Carl, who's turned our microphones on.
After a period of working with Karl, Ricky quickly noticed something special about Karl's natural wit and affectionately dry delivery. It became clear to Ricky that Karl had something unique to offer, and so naturally he brought him on the air more often, allowing him to share his unique and humorous views with the listeners.
See, again, you know, life, you can grow by helping others grow as well. That's one thing I've literally learned about life. Some people feel like helping others is going to make them, not be able to grow. Look at that. Ricky Gervais helped Stephen Merchant, and that made Ricky Gervais become bigger, way bigger. It's so, like, I know a lot of people that are like that. They don't want to help you because, and it's probably the same in, I don't want to say when it comes to like reaction as well. Like, I'm the kind of person that if I like something, I'll show love wherever. If someone writes to me on Instagram, I would always reply. Why? Because I'm happy for you to be showing support to what I do. But some people will feel like they don't want to associate themselves with other people because they feel like it might make them feel less or something like that. But I don't care. I could have 20 billion subscribers. I don't think that's possible. But yeah, I could have 20 billion subscribers and I don't care who you are. You might have 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. If you talk to me like a normal human being, I would literally give you the exact same respect. I don't care. Because we're all humans. I keep saying it. We all bleed blood. We're all exact same. No matter how much money you have. No, I don't care how much money you have. Because money is nothing. When it's all done and dusted, we're all going to go to the same place, wherever that is. So yeah, just treat people with respect. Please, please, please. If you're a CEO and someone is working at low end, don't treat them bad, man. Don't do that. Don't. Just be nice. It goes a long way. Please be nice. Yeah? Thank you. Sorry.
Listeners, with Karl soon becoming an unofficial third presenter.
One of his
Legend.
mates used to have a chimp.
Right. What do you mean one of his mates used to have a chimp?
Well, two of his mates.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was thinking it sounds a bit far-fetched living in Manchester, like. But if there was 2 of them...
He had a chimp. Had to thump it in the head.
For doing what? Answering back?
Oh, God!
To be fair, he loves using that word thump. I had to thump it in the head. Oh, God.
Tried it on with his wife.
Ooh. That was part of Monkey News when the zoo guy brought the monkey home because he thought the monkey was being lonely and depressed, and then they found out the monkey was having his way with his wife. Let me know, can you remember that? That's what happened, innit? Let me know, I can't remember what episode, but that was in the 4th season of Ricky Gervais show. Let me know. If you're a real fan of Ricky Gervais, you should know this. Come on.
But I was on the train, right? Coming from Manchester back to London, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And got on it. It was like a Friday night, and it was heaving, like the last train is and all that. And absolutely chocker. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm walking through the carriages, thinking, oh, is there any seats anyway? Anyway, everyone's like, it's heaving, right? It's people stood up in the doorways.
I'm sorry, these stories are too good. I'm gonna have to start checking that XFM. I have to. God, this is a quality stuff.
Can't get in the toilet and all that. There's not going to be any chair knocking about. So walking through, and anyway, I see this one empty chair sort of in front of me, right? I think, oh, why ain't anyone sat there, right? I'll just rush to that, get myself a seat, plonk myself down, right? And sort of turn round, see who I'm facing, see who you're sort of having a chat with. Little fella there, right? Little...
Warwick Davis.
Down syndrome kid.
Oh,
right.
Sorry.
Sat there. And he goes, all right. And I thought, oh, right. Not bad, but do you know what I mean? They're always talking, aren't they? They ask a lot of questions. Right, so I was like, oh, here we go, 2.5 hours. And I couldn't get up because the thing is, that's obvious.
Sure.
Right? So that's like mean. I never want to be mean, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day. So anyway, so I think, I'll go to sleep.
Clever.
Right, so I shut my eyes, and he leaves me alone and all that. So then my phone goes, and I think, right, what do? Do I ignore it, or do I open my eyes and see what it is? Anyway, I open my eyes. It's Ricky calling about something, about nothing probably. Actually thinking about it, wasn't even worth answering. Right. So anyway, but I'm awake now, aren't I? So he's like, hello, and I'm like, all right, mate. And he says, you're muscly.
You're muscly. Wait.
Says you're muscly.
You're muscle, I think.
And he says you're muscly.
Muscly.
The XFM show continued over the next 4 years. The genuine approach made a refreshing change from the typical phony manner of a radio host. It provided a chance to hear people openly discuss their thoughts and opinions in a relaxed atmosphere without any fear of offending anyone's sensibilities. The 92 episodes survived due to the fanaticism of the fan base,
92.
with the bootleg recordings compiled on YouTube gathering thousands of views, appearing more popular than ever over 20 years since they were first broadcast. The last XFM show with the trio was broadcast in 2005, with work schedules becoming too hectic to keep up with a regular radio show. As Karl's star began to rise after his much-acclaimed success on the radio, closer to home his older brother Mark was struggling. In an almost tragicomic contrast between the two siblings, his brother became the focal point of a documentary exploring the hardships of finding employment.
Right, well the bottom line is this. I need to know where you are at all times, same as I do with everyone in here. And you have to conform, I'll just take you off the programme. It's as simple as that. Yeah, you are an adult, you've been in the army, you've got self-discipline, you know where you stand, and you now know where I stand. Right? And you should have been job searching like the people who read the newspapers were job searching in the newspapers. A4E cannot help you, and Job Centre cannot help you if you don't put the effort in. Need I say any more on the subject?
No, that's it, understood.
Right,
Apologies.
you're the adult, conform.
Sounds a lot like Karl, but that's very sad. He was unemployed, and Karl was big at this stage. Were they not close to each other? Can someone tell me what's the relationship with Karl and his brother? Please, I don't want to judge, but let me know why. It could be like freaking Ryan Giggs and Ryan Giggs, even though football. Ryan Giggs and his brother. Do you remember? Same kind of scenario. Yeah. But that's good. Like, Karl Pilkington is well off. He must be. He's definitely a millionaire, 100% millionaire. From Idiot Abroad, Ricky Gervais Show, Morning of Life. I'm sure he's done other stuff. And some said he's done a few voiceovers as well. I've checked them voiceovers as well. I've checked them out. So yeah, he must be well off. But there must be a reason why he's not that close to his brother. I could be just chatting shit. Let me know.
And act like an adult.
I won't forgive him for that. I only let it go out of respect, because I respect my elders and camera. But I'm telling you now, if he speaks to me like that again, he'll get top of my head.
Mark has had to go.
It's just like Karl. Speaks to me like that. He's just like him. You guys don't realise how much Karl Pilkington has motivated me so much lately. Like normally I'm this kind of guy that this is me, this is my personality, but now I feel more free to be able to do what I want to do. Like now one thing I've always wanted to do is literally do like, not literally daily vlogs, but like I like exploring, I like meeting new people. I've always said, I want to go out there, just explore places, go to different cities, go to different towns, different countries. That's literally my dream. I want to be able to do that. Just in my own time, in my own terms, not just do it in a way of that people on YouTube want to see, like tasting the best food. I want to talk to people, the real people. I want it to be not flashy. It can be boring sometimes, but that's just the way things are. Things are always not going to be flashy in life. Do you know what I mean? But now seeing this is motivating me just to be able to do what I want to do. Let me know if I set up a separate channel just for daily, not daily, probably like every 2-3 days of vlogs of what I'm doing in my life. Would you guys want to see that? Let me know. If not, it's okay. I'll still do it anyway. But yeah, let me know. It'd be good to see what people have to say. Let's go.
Go to the job centre to restart his benefit claim.
Wow.
He's been given no assurance of how long it will take for his money to come through.
If she turns around and goes, you got to phone that. What's the fucking point?
I'm coming in here pissed up, ain't helping now, is it?
I'm not pissed up. Debbie, what about coming in here and speaking the truth? See? Now, she's fell out of me. These have. I'm not working and everything's gone tits. I'm
Just like
fucking
Karl.
telling you. Debbie, I hate this. I fucking hate it.
It's unknown if Mark ever did find stable employment, but on February 10th, 2017, he passed away suddenly. Karl has never publicly commented on his brother's death.
Wow.
Ricky and Steve would return from filming extras and managed to convince a reluctant Karl to start a podcast in the same vein as the XFM shows.
It was this bloke who was a builder.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you know what builders are like? They sort of move about, don't they, from sort of building to building, just building.
Well, yeah, well, once they've built it, the building's done and they move on to build some more.
Building to building, just building, yeah.
So he goes to his next job and that, right?
Who does, the builder?
The builder.
Yep.
He goes to like the boss,
new building.
the boss of this building, who's building it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And he says what unto him?
Do you need anything building?
Okay.
At this time, podcasts were in their infancy. The Ricky Gervais Show was consistently ranked #1 in the world, appearing in the 2006 edition of Guinness World Records as the most downloaded podcast. Karl's career continued on the ascendancy, writing several books of his unique musings. At this time, during interviews, Ricky would always tout Karl as the funniest man he'd ever met, and admitted it was his ambition to ensure Karl's success by creating opportunities for him to be seen by larger audiences. Inspired by fan animations on YouTube, Ricky then took the idea of the animated conversations to television, launching on HBO and Channel 4 in 2010, bringing Karl to global audiences. Continuing his mission to drag Karl into stardom, Ricky created An Idiot Abroad, a travel series with a difference. Each series would focus mainly on Karl's blunt and humorous reactions to cultural differences.
This cat's cross-eyed. I've never seen that before.
Karl's first proper acting part came in the comedy drama Derek.
One second. Something so simple. This guy's cross-eyed. I've never seen a cross-eyed cat as well, but Karl saying it. Oh God. Why did I find that so funny? I don't know why. Let me know. Did anyone else find that funny? To me, that was really, really funny. Oh God.
Written and starring Ricky as a 50-year-old man with learning difficulties, Derek Noakes, a care worker at Broad Hill, a home for the elderly. Karl would play Dougie, the home's caretaker. In 2018, Karl was offered the chance to write his own sitcom for Sky One. Sick of It is a comedy drama where Karl stars as both lead characters, playing his namesake Karl and the voice inside his head that takes the form of his doppelganger.
Never seen this before.
At 50 years old, Karl's career shows no signs of slowing down. He's now 1 million miles away from the bleak council estate in Manchester. What do you imagine he thinks about when he's looking out from his seaside mansion into the horizon?
Mrs. Matthews said I'd never be a high flyer.
He's flying now.
I think we should call Mrs. Matthews and make her eat her words.
Yo, fair play. I'm getting goosebumps at the end there. Literally, fair play to the geezer that made this. That really made me happy, man. Look, Karl's life it's just a message to everyone. Literally, you can do whatever you want to do, no matter where you're born. You could be born in Bolton. You could be born in Dublin. You could be born in Newcastle, Sunderland, Manchester, Liverpool. No matter where you're from, any talent that you feel like it's a talent, just do it. Anything you want to do in life, just do it. You're gonna find someone that cares for you. Yeah, not everyone likes Karl's comedy. Not everyone gets Karl's comedy. I do. You do. Someone's gonna get your talent someday. Someone will understand why you do what you do. Yeah. Not everyone's gonna like you, but some people will like you. Yeah. Like me now, some people get sick when they see my face. Probably when they hear my voice, like, oh, there you go. But some of you guys like it. Yeah. This is absolute. You guys don't understand. This is absolute motivation for me to keep doing what I'm doing right now. Because Karl shouldn't be this big, he shouldn't be this famous, but he stayed real, he stayed to be himself, and look how big he is today. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Catch me on live on Friday the 28th. Is it 28th? Friday 28th, 7 p.m. UK time. We're gonna be doing some live reactions and just chatting. Yeah, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye. Make sure you like.